Basically, I do have a story outline when I start making the film. So I have a rough idea of what is going to happen, what the film is going to look like. And of course, I do have the core idea of what the film is about, like in that case, the sign system. Individual frames, the film strip, plus the lab and projection booth sign systems. Improvisation, I wouldn't call it improvisation, but things change over time. So the story takes the tours and develops in different directions. And in the end, it's finished. But I do have an idea, and I do strongly believe in that idea, because this is so labor intensive that I wouldn't do it without really completely being convinced about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it.
How many pieces is Sergio Leone's film in? Like, how many pieces are you working with?
The question is how many film shots of the original film. Yeah, I used. Clearly something about 100 and something and less than 200. Yeah, yeah.
And of course that's part of your scripting in a way. Like
this is part of my scripting. I take out the first shot which I want to work with. I give it a number, and I copy it. And this is done step by step. Whenever I need a new shot which I want to work with, I take it out of the original film. I don't do it in advance. So, yeah, shot by shot. This is the very end of the film. Just by splicing it, yeah. The question was how I put the film strips together, by splicing it. I create a negative, which I can see in the next day. I see in a moving way. I have a special machine which shows me the negative material in movement, which isn't. I couldn't do it on an editing table. An editing table would destroy the negative, but my machine, it's a gentle viewer. Yeah. So I see. This is important to see the rhythm and to change something or improve something in the rhythm if necessary. Normally it works out. I use tape splices, yeah. These were originally 3 pans over the graveyard by Sergio Leone in 3 different speeds. And that was the main, and I used it over and over again by combining the 3 different speeds, speeding it up, slowing it down, speeding it up, slowing it down. These are all burned with the magnifying glass burned film strips. Production number. We'll talk about the sound later. It doesn't stop. Yeah, okay. This is an interesting sequence which I wanted to show you. I used 2 wooden sticks where I covered part of the image while exposing it. For some reason I can't see the laser pointer on the screen. With 2 panning shots, one from the left to the right and one from the right to the left. So I copied a part of the panning shot number 1 from the left right here and here. And the other panning shot from here and here. Watch it. cinematic space. The only medium which can create something like that. And here you have the different speeds of the panning shot, of the original panning shots. And Tuco going crazy. In panic, pure panic, trying to escape. Now, ich schon wieder vorbei. Time, going backwards, see, running backwards. And now time mirrored, as is Tuco mirrored. This is from another film, a long tracking shot, panning shot to open up space, which seems to swallow him. Frozen time. Frozen time. And frozen time is, you have him as a freeze frame in frozen, and he encounters himself as a freeze frame. Here you see him on the left as a freeze frame, and here sees him. Yeah. And now the most labor-intense sequence of the film starts. We see Tuco running between the graves. And we see Tuco running in for the very last time, reaching the point where he left off. And now he's a frozen freeze frame himself. See, standing here. And behind him, the graveyard, now mirrored, like the throat of a shark or whatever, and it swallows the freeze frame. And now he's really dead. And the universal watcher comes back. Now he doesn't open the window, but he has seen enough, and he closes the window. Jack. But so far, it's big fun. You know, it's really big fun to sit in the dark room with the tiny little red light, and it's cozy and warm, and outside the wind is blowing, and it's icy cold. You have no idea how cold Austria can be. And I listen to some nice music. And I start in the morning and I stop at 5 and open a bottle of beer, and it's wonderful. But of course, I couldn't, as I said before, I couldn't do it without having an idea in which I deeply, deeply and strongly believe. As long as I don't have that idea, and as long as I'm not convinced that I'm creating the most important, most beautiful film of film history, I won't do it. That was a joke, of course, but you always hope and think that the next film is the best you've made so far. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention.